You are live, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Good morning, everybody. We are serving Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 17, The History of Kaliya. Today is from text number 10 to 20. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmalitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupkadamayam Dadhati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakammalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padanu Sahagana Sri Lalita Sri Vishakhavitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasate तप्त कंचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानु सुदे प्रणममे हरिप्रिय नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौर तुष्य नमः वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचार निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवश्रुति गौर भक्ति हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. So in text 9, there are Saubri Rishi is committing two offenses. That is in text number 9. First offense is that Garuda is the Vahan of the Lord. And he dared to order. Garuda's position is superior than the Saubri Muni. So first he committed offense to Saubri Muni. The Saubri Muni committed first offense is that because that Garuda's position is superior and his great devotee, Garuda, he ordered the superior to not to come here. And second offense is he obstructed Garuda's happiness in eating his normal food. Garuda's food is a fish. I mean, it's normal. Jivasya Jivanam. One living entity is the food of another living entity. If the tiger is eating the animal deer, then it's not an offense. It's their food. But of course, in human form of life, when the human form is eating animals, then that is an offense. That is a karma. And we are, human being, we are bound with the karmas. But in animal life, it is a jivanam. It is one living entity is the food of another living entity. So Garuda's fish is Garuda's food. So Garuda would eat, of course. But Sabri Rishi didn't realize that. Sabri Rishi committed these two offenses. Now the text 3 is the third offense. Text 10 is mentioning what is Sabri Rishi is doing, the third offense, which will be described here in the text 10. I have 10 texts, so I will try to cover 10 as possible in half an hour. So text 10 here, chapter 17, text 10. Minan sudukhin dukhita drishtva dinan mina patau hate कृपया सौभरी प्राह तत्रत्यक्षेम माचरण. Translation and purport. Seeing how the unfortunate fish in that lake had become most unhappy at the death of their leader, Saubri uttered the following curse under the impression that he was mercifully acting for the benefit of the lake's residents. Purport. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that when our so-called compassion does not tally with the order of the Supreme Lord, it merely causes a disturbance. Because Saubri had forbidden Garudaji coming to that lake, Kalya moved in and made his headquarters there. And this spelled doom for all the lake's residents. So, so what this is a third offense here the Sauri Rishi is committing at the feet of Garuda's lotus feet. And what is the third offense? He's saying that if you come again here, and he became angry with Garuda. And he's saying that out of the compassion he's saying that if no, that is in the 11th. That will be the text number 11. But he is angry. Now the Garuda has eaten the main fish leader. So all the fish are not happy with it. And Saubri Rishi, who has gone to perform the tapasya under the water, he's feeling compassionate towards the fish. So this is where he put compassion in the wrong place. Devotee is compassionate, of course. Devotee is compassionate. But where you putting compassion is most important. Does it tally with the order of the spiritual master? It's like the practical example you can give. The spiritual master has given such and such order to you, right? Now, in following that order, if something happens in the way or something, and you feel compassionate for that person, what's going to happen? You will wind up get into trouble. So that's why it is better to connect with higher authorities. Whether I'm doing this right or wrong, I feel compassionate for so and so devotee, so and so person, but am I doing right? Is it okay? Here, we have to careful. We have to be careful. That's what here. If you have compassion, if your compassion put it in not in the right place, what's going to happen? This is what happened to Saubri Muni. Saubri Muni put the compassion. He felt compassion for the fish who were lamenting because the main fish was killed by Garuda. So Saubri Muni is getting angry. And what happened? He will tell in the text 11 that the Garuda cannot come here. And if Garuda dare to come here and eat the fish, then what's going to happen? he will immediately lose his life. This is he's telling. Saubri is thinking to this who is Garuda. Garuda is the superior. His Garuda is the Vahan of the Lord. And Saubri Rishi is committing this offense. This is the third offense. And what happened? Kalia knew all this, so Kalia came here. Kalia was afraid of Garuda, so he came here, took the shelter. And he took the shelter, and what happened? Kalia came here and he made everything poisonous, whole water poisonous. So no Brajvasis, so no cows can drink the water. Not just that, all the birds even cannot come nearby. They would die. They fly in the sky and they would fall dead. This is what happens. Saubri committed an offense, and because of offense, what happens? He will fall down from his position. We will hear this more in the 9th canto of King. So this Saubri Muni, he will marry the 50 daughters of King Mandata, and King Mandata is come in the line of Lord Ramchandra. And this was done. This was happened so many yuga before. It is mentioned somewhere. 29 yuga or something like that. 28th yuga. Yeah, it is mentioned somewhere. Anyhow, so this is what happens. And he lost his all his power, austerity, his power, whatever he gained, he lost everything. And he gave up his austerity and marrying, and he gonna go to King Mandata to marry his daughter. As an old man. He's old man, he's gonna ask King Mandata to give his order, give his daughter. And King Mandata is thinking that if I don't give, then he will curse me. So he wanna give his daughter. But then his daughter also not happy. So then Muni is with authority. He will go in the lake and he will come out as a beautiful young man. And then all the 50 daughters, King Mandata will marry him. This is what happens when we commit offense at the feet of the superior, feet of the Vaishnavas. So that's what here is happening. So now in 11, text 11, he is going to curse. Saubri curses the Garuda. That is text 11. So it is said, Yatra pravishya Garudo yadi matsyan sakhadati sadya praner viyujeta satyameta bravimiyam. If Garuda even again enters this lake and eats the fish here, he will immediately lose his life. What am I saying? What I am saying is the truth. This is Saubri Muni. Saubri Muni is cursing Garuda. That if Garuda ever again enters this lake and eats the fish here, he will immediately lose his life. Purport. If the Garuda enters again, okay, purport. The Acharya is explaining in this regard that because of Saubri Muni's material attachment and affection for a fish, he failed to see the situation from the spiritual viewpoint. Oh my gosh, look at it. Spiritual viewpoint. He didn't see it. Spiritually, whether it was right or not, he didn't see it. And this is because of the putting the affection in the wrong place. And also material attachments. And this is what devotees facing. Devotees facing when devotees in devotional service, performing devotional service, that material attachment is still there. And then on top of that, we commit offense at the feet of the Vaishnava, the devotees or superior, senior devotees. Doesn't matter, senior, junior, doesn't matter. What happens? You lose. The 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes his fall down from this offense because of false pride Saubramuni lost his power of austerity, and with it his spiritual beauty and happiness. Garuda came to the Jamuna. Saubramuni thought, although he may be a personal associate of the Supreme Lord, I will still curse him and even kill him if he disobeys my order. Look at him. Which demigod had done this? One of the demigods wanted to kill the all Brajvasis.
Indra.
Huh?
Indra.
Indra, right. Indra wanted to kill all the Brajvasis, not even all Brajvasis, he wanted to even kill Krishna, little boy, which is out of pride. And that's what is mentioned here. Such an offensive attitude against an exalted Vaishnava certainly destroys one auspicious position in life. As the ninth canto describes, Saubri Muni married many beautiful women and suffered greatly in their association. But because he had once become glorious by taking shelter of Jamuna river in Vrindavan, he was ultimately delivered. That's the point. Because he had taken the shelter, because he was in the Jamuna, which is the river very dear to Krishna, again he realized, and we read in ninth canto, we read all in the ninth canto anyhow, right? He realized that what did I do? I wasted whole my life marrying this 50, princess of King Mandata. He realized, so he gave up them, he gave them, and they also continue. They also join Hare Krishnas, committing offense. So this is the being omniscient. Now Garuda understood. Garuda being omniscient, he understood. So he avoided coming to Jamuna. And Kalia had heard this story from relatives. So he came to take the shelter of Jamuna Lake, Jamuna River. Kalia came. This is what happened. And then Kalia gave more trouble. You gave the fish, good a fish, all Kalia eat all the fish anyhow. Here Saubri Muni tried to protect the fish, but Kalia came and Kalia ate all the fish. Krishna, heavy offense. So text number 12. 12, right? Yeah. Tat Kalya param veda nanya kasyana lehitaha avat sid garudad bitaha Krishna cha vivasitaha. Of all the serpents, only Kalya came to know of this affair, and in fear of Garuda, he took up residence in that lake, Jamuna River. Later, Lord Krishna threw him out. Now, most of the time, Krishna killed all the demons, right? As his Vishnu form, but he didn't kill Kalya. He didn't kill Kalya. Because of Kalya's wives being devotees of the Lord and their prayers. So here, in the text 12, it says, Kalya knew about it, so he took the residence. Now, reason of offense. The bad desire, this is the commentary for text 12. The bad desires of Saubri to curse Garuda arose from his attachment and association with the fish. Though he wanted to benefit the fish, it had an opposite effect. And what was the opposite? What to speak of the fish? The trees on the bank of the lake and the birds flying above all died when Kalya came here. When Kalya came, what happened? All the trees on the bank of the Jamuna died because of heavy poisons. Poison was like Kalya's poison was like a fire. Because of pride, Sovereign lost his power of austerity, spiritual beauty, and happiness. Due to due to those very feats, he developed desire for sense enjoyment, gave up Jamuna, and married many beautiful daughters of King Mandata, and suffered greatly. But because he had once taken shelter of the Jamuna in Vrindavan, he was ultimately delivered. Now Sukadeva Goswami, after describing this, now Sukadeva Goswami is describing a scene at the Jamuna after Krishna sent Kalya away from the river Jamuna. That is from the text number 13 to text 19. So that part is of Jamuna. Now Kalya is gone. Krishna has removed Kalya. Kalya is gone. Now the water is, everything is okay. Now Krishna is coming from the water. How is he coming? That is described in text number 13 and 14. Krishnam Hahad Viniskrantam Divyasrag Gandha Vasasam Mahamani Ganakirtam Jambunada Pariskritam Upalabhyo Tita Sarve Labda Prana Ivasavaha Pramoda Nibratatmano Gopa Priya Bhi Rebile. Translation. Resume is description of Krishna's chastisement of Kaliya. Sukadeva Goswami. Krishna rose up out of the lake wearing divine garlands, fragrances, and garments, covered with many fine jewels and decorated with gold. When the cowherd boys saw him, they all stood up immediately, just like an unconscious person's sense is coming back to life. With great joy, they affectionately embrace him. This is the point. So now Sukadeva Goswami is turning to what happened, what Krishna. So after Kalya is driven away from the lake, Krishna was given all these gifts. How he came up? He came with a beautiful divine garlands, fragrance and garments, and covered with many fine jewels decorated with the gold. This is all Kalya's wives, and Kalya gave all this to Krishna because they understood Krishna is the Lord. And he came, as soon as he came out, what happened? All the cowherd boys, they were unconscious, they immediately got up. They got up as if nothing had happened. It was not like that they got up and they thought, we were unconscious. How we came to our life? How we came? What happened? No, like nothing had happened. They got up like that. And they all, of course, what happens? They love Krishna, so they are each covered by embracing Krishna. Now this is all describing how visualized immediately, as if their senses come back to life. Filled with great joy, affectionately embraced him. Now Jasoda, Rohini and Nanda Maharaj and all that is described, text number 15. Because remember, Jasoda had become unconscious. So first all the cowherd boys got up from the unconscious, they came out, they became conscious. Now Nanda Maharaj, Jasoda, Rohini, Nando, Gopya Gopascha Kaurava, Krishnam Sametvam Labdveha, Asan Sukshma Nagapi. So now what happens? Having regained their vital functions, Jasoda, Rohini, Nanda, and all other cowherd women and men went up to Krishna, descendant of Kuru Dynamic Kuru. Even the dried up trees came back to life. So everything's coming to the light, because wherever there is Krishna, there is life. Without Krishna, there is no life. So they were happy. Jasoda, remember, Jasoda was, for Jasoda, bringing Krishna, coming Krishna was very, for her, it was like getting his son back again. Because same son was under the coil of Kaliya. And now same boy is coming out with the last beautiful garlands. And they had not seen the Krishna dancing. That's another thing. Krishna dancing on the hoods, they were not able to see. So the affectionate embrace him. Jasoda, Rohin, Nanda, and other Gopas, Gopis went up to Krishna. Even the dried up trees came back to life. Now text number 16. Ramasyachutam alingraya jaha jahasasyanu bhavavitta premna tamakama ropya puna hridayshataha gavo vrusha vatsat taryo lebhire paramamudam. Lord Balaram embraced his infallible brother and laughed, knowing well the extent of Krishna's potency. Out of great feelings of love, Balaram lifted Krishna up on his lap and repeatedly looked at him. The cows, bulls, and young female calves also achieved the highest pleasure. Balaram, elder brother. And that's why I remember Balaram, when he came, he was smiling. Everybody, when they came to the bank of the Jamuna, and Krishna is in the coil of the Kaliya, everybody else is in distress situation, they become unconscious. Balram is smiling because Balram knows that my brother is going to be taken care. Right? Same thing happened in Ramayana. Right? Marichi came as a golden deer. And Ram killed Marichi, golden deer, in the form of Marichi in the form of golden deer. And the Marichi knew that Marichi called out, right? Help, help, Sita, help. Lakshman, help. Right? Lakshman was not afraid. Lakshman was not affected by that. But Lakshman knew that Ram is going to take care of it. It is Ram. How can the deer in the fog, deer can kill Ram? Right? Ram knew. Lakshman knew. Similarly, the same Lakshman is here Ravana. Lakshman is Balaram. And same Ram is Krishna. So Balaram knew that my brother Krishna, he cannot be. He has a power. He's going to come out. So now he's seeing his brother and he's embracing his brother. He's laughing. And he's taking in his lap, lifted Krishna in lap. And he keep looking at him. Because who is this Kaliya? You have to understand. Balram is the Ananta Shesha. And Kaliya is also one of the species of that Ananta Shesha. Right? And Krishna had driven out Kaliya. So of course that's why Balram is looking at him, looking at Krishna. Look at my brother. Look at my brother. You really did it. You removed Kaliya from here, from the Yamuna lake. That's why I keep looking at his face. That's why he's repeatedly looking at him. How the psychology is here. He's looking at him. He's not afraid. He's very, he's, 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 he's saying he approving. That's the point. When someone does something very spectacular, right? Someone whom you know very well, and that the person is doing some spectacular something, and he will able to win, right? And then you look at him, come closer and keep looking at him. Mother does it sometime, isn't it? Mother does it when her son something to say. Mother has a full trust that my son is gonna do it, and when the son does it, she is happy. She takes him lap, and she keeps looking at him, looking at her son out of affection, and say, "Yeah, he did. You did it. I had full confidence you will do it." So here, similarly, Balram. And not just that, but all the cows and bulls and young female cows also has the pleasure because they love Krishna. For them, Krishna is their life and soul. That's the point. For them, Krishna is everything. Now in the text 17, it is describing the Brahmanas, 17 and 18. The Brahman is going to ask for some gift, charity to Nanda Maharaj. So text 17. Nandam Vipra means the Brahmanas. Samagatya Guravah Sakala Trakaha Uchuste Kali Ya Grasto Drishtya Muktas Tavatmajaham. All respected Brahmanas together with their wives came forward to greet Nand Maharaj. They said to him, "Your son was in the grips of Kalya, but by the grace of Providence, he is now free." By the grace of Providence. They don't know Krishna is the Lord. They are not realizing. And they are saying by the grace of Providence. I mean, he's dealing with the Krishna, Supreme Person of Godhead. I mean, for him, what is Kalya? See, the same Lord who has killed Putana at the when Krishna is 6 days old, 6 days, and is killed Putana. What is this Kalya for him, for Krishna? Nothing. But here the Brahmins are saying to the Nanda Maharaj, is out of the providence that look at your son did something spectacular. They are not coming to realize that they are dealing with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they are saying to Nanda Maharaj. So now they are saying text 18, Dehi Danam Dvijatinam Krishna Nirmukti Hetavai Nanda Pritamana Rajan Ga Suvarna Tadasanam. They are asking for charity. Give us some charity now. They are saying Nanda. Brahman advised Nanda Maharaj to assure that your son Krishna will always be free from danger. You should give charity to the Brahmanas. With a satisfied mind, O king, Maharaj very gladly gave them gifts of cows and gold. Krishna's safety. Krishna is safe anyhow. Krishna is the Lord of Lord. Does he need safety? He's always safe. He brings other happiness. Krishna brings others. But this is what the Brahmins are thinking. That please you give the charity, Nanda, then we are giving blessings to your son that your son will have no your son will be protected. He'll be free from danger. And text now 19 and text 20. Text 19. Yasodapi Mahabhaga Nashta Labdva Prajasati Parishyatyajakam Kamarupya Mocha Shukalam Muhu. The greatly fortunate Mother Jashoda, having lost her son and then regained him, placed him on her lap. That chaste lady cried constant torrents of tears as she repeatedly embraced him. Now in commentary, Brajvasis were overjoyed. This is commentary. Overjoyed to get their beloved Krishna back. Looking at Krishna with unblinking eyes, they said, "Let us rest here tonight." Of course, this is the next one. But here it says, Jasoda, Mother Jasoda is getting her son back. When she came here, she had seen her son covered by the coils of Nakalia. So she had given up the hope. She was thinking that this is it. My son will be gone, done. But then the same son returns. She believes it. It's like people, the soldiers are going in the war, right? The soldiers are going in the war, and they don't expect, they are not sure whether the soldier will come back home or not. They are not sure. But when he comes back, the family member, wife, and the parents, and they are very happy. They keep looking at him, keep embracing him, keep hugging him. Here for Jashoda, Krishna is everything. For her, nothing but Krishna. Same as for all the Brajvasis, but particularly Jashoda. Jashoda is more fortunate than Nanda Maharaj even. So she keep hugging and kissing him to her son. This is love. Love for her son. That's what it's showing. Now all the Brajvasis, they are happy. Their son Krishna is back now. Now they want to, the Kalya is gone, but they want to stay overnight here. They don't want to go home because it's a whole day. Remember, Krishna had come in the morning toward his cows, and these go covered by jumping in the Jamuna, covered by the coil of the Kalya, dancing, and all has come. They become unconscious. So they are fatigued and tired. So they thought, and they want to stay with Krishna. That's another point. Because when they go home, Krishna will be gone with the Jasoda and all the coward boys and coward men. They will not be able to see Krishna. So they are thinking that let's just stay here tonight on the bank of the Jamuna. Now they are not staying on the bank of the Jamuna. They are a little bit away. Understand? They are not right sleeping on the bank of the Jamuna. And forest fire is going to be covered them from all four directions. That will be next pastime, 3 or 4, slokas. So this is text number 20. Tam Ratri Tatra Raja Indra, O most exalted of the king, means Parikshit Maharaj. Indra, Shutrudbhyam Shamakarshitaha Ushubhrajau Kaso Gavaha Kalindhya Upakulataha. O best of the kings, Parikshit, because residents of Vrindavan were feeling very weak from hunger, thirst, and fatigue. They and the cows spent the night where they were lying down near the bank of the Kalindi. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami points out that although the people were weak from hunger and thirst, they did not drink the milk from the cows present there because they feared it had been contaminated by the serpent's poison. The residents of Vrindavan were so overjoyed to get back their beloved Krishna that they did not want to go back to their houses. They wanted to stay with Krishna on the bank of the Jamuna so that they could continuously see him. Thus, they decided to take a rest near the river bank. And this is what happens. This is now they decided that they will stay here. They will not want to go anywhere. But they got their son, their beloved son Krishna back. And they want to stay with Krishna. They don't want to go home. There is a commentary by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on this. Let's read some commentaries. On text number 20, Vishwanath Chakravarti commentary. Looking at Krishna without even blinking their eyes, they said, "Let us rest here tonight. Though by good fortune Kalya has gone, if he comes back to take revenge, we can all fight him together with clubs." This Brajvasi is something. If Kalya in case come back, then we'll fight. We'll all fight on behalf of Krishna. We'll fight with Kalya, with the clubs, and we will fight. Of course, Kalya is not gonna come. Kalya is not gonna return. Krishna has given the heavy lesson. With the desire to keep Krishna in their sight, the inhabitants of Braj situated themselves at another place on the bank of the Jamuna for fear of poison and water in Kalya's lake, and where there would not be the possibility of being surrounded by fire. So they went a little bit distance from the Kalindi to take a rest. Let's go here somewhere nearby and let's take a rest here with Krishna. Stay here tonight with everybody. Let's everybody stay here instead of going back to Nandagram. Remember, they are all come from Nandagram. We suppose Nandagram is also part of the Vrindavan forest. This is the text number 20 commentary. And there is all these texts as a commentary by Vishwanath Chakrajiva Goswami. All this has. Mother Jasoda had regained her son, who was almost lost. Putting him on her lap, she held him to her chest. She could not do so this previously because there were many people around. Okay, any questions, any comments? Now the forest fire will start at night.
Oh.
Any questions? Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Bo Pujari.
Bol.